That'll be me.
Okay. Here you go, sweetheart.
Yeah. I just started over here.
On top of mine, I got it says go live.
Oh, are you trying to?
But I don't know on yours. On your end.
Okay. Are we good? All right. All right, we are going to make chicken tacos today. This is really unnerving. We're all staring at you. I know, right? We're all going to film you. Right? Thanks. So it's better be $1,000 party. Oh, listen, yeah, right? All right, we're going to make chicken tacos today. This has been the most popular food demo. I do solely home parties. Well, I shouldn't say solely. Very few Facebook parties. Because I like to show people the product myself. I use the product in my own kitchen, and I love this product. This product. Oh my gosh, I love this product. So when I start, I will start by saying this product is something that people book parties for, and they hold their parties for, because why would you ever pay full price for it when you can get it for half price? Like seriously, why would you ever pay full price? Okay, so I'm gonna go into party mode. Okay, first to do my party cascade catalog. Sure. Yeah, I didn't bring you lapboards and pens because I knew you were talking about the party. So, kidding. Kidding. All right. So when I first got my MicroPro Grill, it was at Jubilee, and you know that's our big yearly convention for those of you that don't know. And I was looking at all of these pictures. You know, they do the big build up and all these pictures on the big screens. You know, big, huge. If you've been there, you know it's big and it's huge. And they were showing things like salmon and asparagus and sandwiches and all of these things. And they were coming out of the microwave. And they were browned. And I said, peace out, suckers. And I went shopping at Gymboree.com. So I was like, no, you don't cook in the microwave. Like I tried that in college. I tried cooking in the microwave for college because I'm like, I'm not going to get that freshman 15. I'm not going to do it, right? And then I tried cooking in the microwave and said, bring on the 15. It was disgusting, absolutely disgusting, awful. So then this sat because I wasn't going to use it because everybody knows microwave cooking is disgusting, right? Has anybody actually ever tried to cook in the microwave? Not just reheat, but try to cook. Yeah, it didn't go so well. Look how your Tupperware did it. It's gross, disgusting. Okay, so for 6 months, this sat in my suitcase because I didn't need my suitcase again, so why would I unpack it? And I did, it just sat there, and I was bitter, because I had two, because Daniel was there too, right? He was at Jubilee too, so we came home with 2 of these, and they're heavy. I'm like, I can't even bring home my dirty clothes now. Like, there's no room, can't do it. And so it sat there, because I wasn't going to use it. 6 months later, I got shamed into using it. You're a Tupperware lady, use your own product. Nah, 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 nah. Wasn't me. It wasn't, actually, it wasn't. It was probably you. I don't remember who it was actually. It probably was. So then I'm like, I'm gonna try grilled cheese because it's cheap to throw away when it's disgusting, right? So I didn't even butter it because I didn't care, right? So I put my bread, and then I put the cheese, and then I put the bread, and I squished it. We squish our grilled cheeses at our house, okay? We squish it. If you like fluffy grilled cheeses, then you're gonna do it like this because then it doesn't squish the sandwich. I thought, oh, yay. So at this point, I would say, who can find the MicroPro Grill? So who can find the Page 22. She did. She did. She totally cheated. So then I'll say, I show up and they win. So then I'll say, did anybody notice the price on that? It's $200. That's really, that's real money. You don't just drop $200, oh, because, it made a grilled cheese, right? Okay. Oh, I mean, seriously, I wouldn't. So then I keep going at this point, and I'll say, so we squish it in 3 minutes in the microwave, just 3 minutes in the microwave, not in the oven, not on the stove, in the microwave. And I lifted it, and I kind of stared at it. No joke, I stared at it for a long time because it was golden brown. And I decided I was going to feed it to my kids like any good mom. My kids are very picky, and they ate it. So that was a big deal, okay? So then I'm like, okay, well, if they ate their grilled cheese, then maybe I'm gonna try some other things here. So I took a frozen hamburger patty out. My frozen hamburger patty, I put in there, I squished it, because again, we want it to grill both sides. 6 minutes in the microwave, from frozen to fully cooked. It was grilled brown. It freaked me out. And I stared at it, and I stared at it, and I'm like, I have to eat this. Like, I have to try it, right? And I ate it. Guess what it tasted like? A hamburger. It tasted like a hamburger. Like, it wasn't rubbery, it wasn't texture issues, it wasn't nasty. It tasted like a hamburger. And it was good. It was actually good. So I'm like, okay, well, now we got to try a whole bunch of crap, right? And I've tried tons and tons of stuff. We got to try hash browns, golden brown, okay? Sausages, whether it's the links or the patties, perfect. All kinds of sandwiches. No matter what kind of sandwich, this will do it, and it's a golden brown, okay? So I tried even steak. Don't hate me, I tried a filet mignon in here. It was frozen, don't hate me more. It was a frozen filet mignon, and I put it in here, and I like my steak well done. Like no pink whatsoever. So I put it in here, and after it was done, I still cut it with a fork. Like, I don't eat bad food. All you have to do is go to a restaurant with me, and you know I don't eat bad food. It's not worth my time and my calories and my money. Like, I don't do it. I want to like it. I ate the steak. It was delicious, okay? I started doing research. Why does this work? Because I had tried cooking in the microwave. It doesn't work, okay? So why does this work? Found out that microwaves, most metal can't go in the microwave. Some metal can go in the microwave. I didn't know that, okay? So this metal, it can go in the microwave. However, the microwaves themselves, they can't penetrate the metal. So they're heating up the metal, which then grills your food, but the microwaves themselves cannot get to the food. Genius, genius, I love it. There's also silicone on everything, so you're not gonna burn yourself. You can put this flat down on your counter, not going to burn anything. You can put this even, there's silicone here. If this is 425 degrees, okay, 425 degrees, you can put it right down on your counter and it's fine because the silicone blocks it. Not gonna burn your counter. Love it, okay? I love it even more because my 8-year-old, he likes to create. Yeah, I can tell who has boys, right? Yeah. He likes to create. I can't just say, oh, go take the stove and these pots and pans and go make something. He's gonna burn down my house, right? Okay. I can say, there's only 2 rules: 3 minutes, and you have to eat what you make. And he can do whatever he wants in here. I don't care. He had to teach the babysitter last night how to use this. I expect an order shortly. They made homemade pizza. I love it. I love it. So then more research. Takes about a minute to heat up. So let's say, where's Michelle? Michelle does, yes, I talk about you at all in my parties. I do. I talk about Michelle because at their office, it's what, 20 people at your, yeah, so 20-ish people at her office, and they do things like National Hot Chocolate Day, and National Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work Day, and National Grilled Cheese Day. Like, it's very fun. I mean, I don't want to go work there, but it's fun to hear about. So then she said on Grilled Cheese Day, she's like, I got this. I got the Grilled Cheese Day. It's all mine. Because she took her micro grill, she took a loaf of bread and some shredded cheese, or was it shredded? The what? It was just the slice. Just the sliced cheese. Okay. I don't remember. I was just saying cheese, whatever. And the first one took about 3 minutes. And then after that, each one only took 2 minutes because the plates, they only take a minute to heat up and then they stay hot. So then all of the other ones. So you made, what, 12 grilled cheeses in 20 minutes or so? Yeah. Pretty fast. Yeah. And then you wipe that out with a paper towel. Like, it doesn't go in the dishwasher. There's no need for it to. It literally wipes out with a paper towel. This is genius. This has changed the way I do everything in my kitchen.
So can you use butter with the grilled cheese?
You can.
So that it's like sitting more favorite.
Yeah, you can. You don't need it, but you can. Dawn was at my house and she made a grilled cheese. I swear she used half a stick of butter on it. She ate it, so whatever. Because she followed the rules. 3 minutes, and she ate it. I know, right? I only grill people I really lost. Okay, so then my kids do love this. Homemade pizza. They make their own burgers. They make their own sandwiches. They make everything. My 3-year-old makes homemade pizza by herself. I mean, Daddy has to put it in the microwave for her. But that is a big deal because if they're hungry, I don't have to get out of bed. It's perfect. Okay, all right, so in this position, we haven't talked about this except the fluffy grilled cheeses. I make blueberry crumble, I make lasagnas, I make any kind of casserole. It will all go in here. It's genius. I love this thing. So at this point, you'll look at your party guests and you'll be getting all these smiles and they're like, oh, yeah, okay. And I'll say, I used to look exactly like you. And I'll tell them that. I'll call them out on it because I used to look exactly like you. Because you don't cook in the microwave. It's disgusting. You don't do it. So we're going to make chicken in here. We're going to eat tacos. And you're going to try that chicken. And you're going to realize that I'm right. Where'd the chicken go?
Is it on the bottom of the drawer?
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I bought chicken. All right, so I am using chicken tenders. They're not full breasts because I want them to cook faster. If you get a full breast, just slice it, okay? So these are tenders, okay? Just so you can see what I'm putting in. I'm going to put them on the center pad. There is the well on the outside for the juices, for the fats, things like that to come out. So we don't want to put the meat on there, but chicken is a very juicy meat, right? So with chicken, all of that juice is going to go to the outside. Now, if you think about chicken that you make on the stove, what would you do if chicken gets too juicy? You drain it. Like it's one of those duh things that you don't really think about until you actually have to use it. And any question that you have about the MicroPro grill, you can likely answer by asking what would you do on the stove, okay? So with this much chicken, I will probably have to stop and I will have to drain it because it won't grill. It will cook, but it won't grill if we don't drain it. So we're gonna start with 5 minutes, okay? We're gonna squish it because we want both sides to be done. And we're gonna put it in the microwave. Which one? Choices. So we're gonna start with 5 minutes. There we go. All right, so then at this point, I would say, who can find, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Who can find the Master Shredder system? Great Master Shredder. No, I want to win. Didn't find it. 42. Yes, you love me. You are a winner. You're a winner. And you know all right, so the Great Master Shredder, this was something else that we got at Jubilee, and something else that was like, well, I don't eat cheese, so I'm never going to use it, okay? And Michelle, again, I spend a lot of time with Michelle. I don't really realize that. Yes, they're like, yes, you do. So Michelle was so excited about this grater that she had to go to the store when we're in Orlando in the hotel room to buy cheese. Yeah, yeah. And so we could grate cheese in the hotel room. And I'm like, really? My vodka's getting warm. And so she starts grating, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that's kind of cool, but the cheese sticks together. Anybody know what the problem with that is? It's fresh. Cheese is supposed to stick together. I never knew, okay? I'm almost 40 years old, and I never knew that cheese is supposed to stick together because I don't eat it that much. So when I buy it for the household, I buy just a little 8-ounce package that's already grated. And then it looks nice and fluffy and it doesn't stick together. I'm like, this is perfect. I mean, even that 8-ounce package molded half the time. We just don't go through it. So then I'm looking at it and I'm like, this sticks together. It's time for more research. I do a lot of research. So I looked, guess what those natural flavors are? It's sawdust and potato starch. So when you buy pre-shredded cheese, you are eating sawdust and potato starch because sawdust is a natural flavor. Aren't you glad you came? So with this, I know, right? Aren't you glad you came? The potato starch I can get over. Sawdust.
It's like high quality cedar, though. It's good.
So then I realized, well, cheese can be frozen. Like I never had to freeze cheese because I don't eat it. Okay. Yeah, cheese can go in the freezer. Okay. If you don't want it to stick together, you can even coat it with cornstarch. Like I feel better about eating cornstarch than sawdust, high quality cedar. So we will still buy the Costco block, and Alex will stand there. He can't wait. He loves to work this thing. For 10 minutes, he'll have the entire Costco block shredded and put in the freeze-its. and we label it with what kind of cheese it is and put it in the freezer. And that way we go through this much cheese at a time, and half the time it's still mold. But at least we can pull a new one out of the freezer. Like, it's like way more economical, way more. So base, okay? I'm gonna put the base there. It only goes in one way, okay? We're gonna slide it on and we're going to twist. It's sectioned to the counter. It's not moving. Like you can see the table is moving, okay? It's not going anywhere. Okay? The mix and store pitcher, who can find it? Oh, no. Right? I know. Yeah, right. And I'd be giving tickets for them as well. Okay? So the mix and store pitcher, I love for this. So I could just put a bowl under here, but it would slide around. I love the mix and store pitcher. It has a non-skid bottom and it's designed to go right here. It's not going to go anywhere because it hugs the grater. Okay? You can. Wow, you guys should come to my parties with me more often. It comes with 2 cones. It comes with the cheddar and hash brown cone, and it comes with the chocolate and the Parmesan cone. If you haven't grated chocolate, you should. Just saying. It's good. We're going to put the handle on, twist it on, and that is literally it. That's it. When I'm done, it will all go in the dishwasher. I just disassemble it. It all goes in the dishwasher. But I don't have to hand wash anything. Okay? It has a plunger. Okay? The plunger does come off, so you can have things like chocolate in there too.
Just like great snacks.
Totally, totally. Just grating my cheese. And
There's sawdust in there.
All right, so I have cheese. That's right, you zoom in.
You're partying for me right now.
I know, right? Ta-da! And then look at this. It's gorgeous, and it sticks together. Okay, so we're gonna do the other one because we need more for tacos. And then I want to show you, I will tell you that the cheese works better if it's cold. If it's half warm, you'll have to do more of this. It still works. You just have to do more of this. So I just make sure it's cold when I use it. And then I want to show you, there we go. I want to show you how much is left over. So we're going to undo it, slide it off. Look at how much is left.
Wow. And you didn't even lose a knuckle, right?
I did it. There are no fingernails and knuckles in this cheese. Okay. There's hardly any waste, any at all. I love this. Okay, and then I've got tons of cheese that sticks together. Like that's a big deal because it sticks together. Okay, we'll put that over there. We're gonna check on our chicken. Now I remember why I used the other microwave. Okay, are you ready? Okay. So then I will go around at a party and I'll show them. So it looks like normal chicken. It's moist. It's not all dried out. There's water in the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. It's obviously not done, but that's okay. I wanted to show you. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to strain. I'm going to put that back on there. I'm going to strain the juice and I'm going to put it back. Okay. Notice I'm using my bare hands. Okay, no poppers. How much time did you do again? I did 3 more minutes. And it depends on how thick the chicken is, how many pieces you put in there. I mean, there's lots of variables. I find anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes for a full pot of chicken is usually where I'm at. Okay. All right, next. Are you ready? She's like, put the coffee down. We're going. It's on. You're going for a quick chef. We can find a quick chef.
34.
So the quick chef. Head down that page. We'll get there. Okay. We'll get there. So with the quick chef, this was the first one I got, and then they came out with the other 2, and I'm like, really, Deborah? What do you need free choppers for? Seriously, what do you need free choppers for? And I earned them for free. Because why would you pay full price when you can earn them for free? And then I started using them. I'm like, oh yeah, we need free choppers. We do. We need them all free. And I do. I use them all free in my kitchen for differently. And it depends on what you use, how you use it, all of those things. So when you're done with this, you want to go through lots and lots and lots of things, because if I only talk about how I make salsa and they don't like salsa, they don't need this, right? I mix so many things in here. So I'm going to tell you about the benefits, then you're going to tell me what you would put in it, okay? Non-skid bottom, not going to slide all over. It does peel off for the dishwasher, okay? So it comes with a handle that pops off. You can store it inside, and a place to stick a butter knife at the back end of the spoon. So the blue and the white, they pop apart for the dishwasher. You don't have to hand wash anything. That's a big deal in my world. Can you tell? Huh? What? It comes up. Are we good? Like, I can't hear what's going on.
You blew some minds.
Oh, yeah. I did a party for Susan Fine, actually. She's gonna, like I said, I only throw people under the bus that I adore, right? So I was doing a party for Susan Fine. This was years ago. And we were talking about the chop and prep, which we'll find soon, hint, hint. So then we were talking about this, and she's like, I've had that for 3 years. And then she got all white, and she ran to her kitchen. And I'm just standing there like I didn't really know her. I just knew her as a host at this point, right? And later I'm like, are you okay? I've had that for 3 years, and I didn't know it came apart. I'm like, well, was it gross? Yeah, but it came clean. Okay, cool, then we're good. So yes, it comes apart with the dishwasher. So it comes with 3 blades at 3 levels, so you're chopping the entire container, the bottom, not just the bottom or the top, okay? The blades on this chopper only, not the other 2, they're bit. So not only does the food go around this way, but it gets dragged down. You get a nice even chop. If you've ever used another chopper, you usually get floaters. They just kind of float on the top, and they don't actually get mixed in. There's also grooves on the side of the bowl. So that means that if something gets stuck on the blade, normally they would just go around with the blade. They don't actually get chopped. It gets forced in front of the blade. And again, you get a nice even chop. They put lots and lots and lots of safeguards in place in here to make sure you get a nice even chop. Okay, so now you're going to tell me, what would you chop? Onion. Okay, and that is usually like 90% of the time, that's the first thing out of their mouth. And I will say, even if that is the only thing you ever chop in there, it's completely worth it. Okay, and I'll show you why in a moment. Okay, let's check on the chicken. Oh, it's brown, like grilled. It smells good. And it smells good.
We get to eat this afterward, right?
Maybe. After I'm done. I'm just kidding.
After we lick it all.
Right? You know my trick. All right, so now if this were on the stove, how would you decide if it's done? Cut one in half. Okay? You wouldn't believe all the questions that you would get because this is new technology. They're not used to something like this. But if you keep that in mind, what would you do on the stove? You can answer virtually every question. Okay? So we're just going to cut into it. What do you think, Cheryl? I think it looks good.
Yep. Yeah, looks good.
It's on the side. We're gonna...
Yeah, looks good.
All right. We have Cheryl's mark of approval, so if you die, it's her fault. Okay, then we find the silicone spatula. Who can find the silicone spatula? And I'm reaching for my tickets. Find it?
No.
Find it? No. You can't find it? It's in there somewhere.
33.
33. Oh, gotcha. There'll be prizes, just so you know. So why would you want a Tupperware silicone spatula? Why not any other brand? Why would you want Tupperware?
Because high temperature heat
Yes.
And you can take the head off. And
Yes.
And then it'll scratch.
Yes. It's almost like you guys built Tupperware. Yes. So they're high temp. We'll start with that. They're high temp. Okay. 400 degrees. That's your gumbos. That's your candies. That's your lasagnas. That's your spaghetti sauces. They come out of the dishwasher like purple and white, not red and orange. Okay. I literally had a girl a few years ago call me squealing because she makes gumbo and candy every single year and just plans on buying a new spatula because they melt every year. She called me just elated because her Tupperware spatula survived both. That was a big deal. My favorite was there was a post going around, this was years ago, on Facebook. And it was a story of the woman who went to a party. And she said, I just had to tell you how much I love my Tupperware spatula because we had drop-in company last night. My husband invited people over and he didn't tell me. So she answers the door and here's these people. Hey, how are you doing? Excited to play cards. She's like, oh, okay, here we go. And so she says, okay, I'll stall. You go do the dishes. how do you think he did the dishes? He shoved it all in the oven. All the dirty dishes went in the oven. Yeah, you can all see where this is going now, right? It all went in the oven. So, yeah, right? Yes. Yes.
You've never done that? Come on.
So they play their cars, they have, whatever, and they go home, and she says, okay, now really go do the dishes. And so he did. He went and he did the dishes. The next day, she preheats the oven to go make cookies to 375, opens it up, fully preheated oven, and her spatula is sitting right in the back. He missed it. Okay, she was getting ready to get all, postal on him, but she reached in with a hot pad, of course, and it was perfectly fine. There were not even burn marks.
Yay.
Right? Right? I know, right? Yeah.
Except where I see marriages everywhere.
Save that marriage. Save the marriage. One special time. There's a lot more things I could say about that. All right, it comes off. If you notice, it was hard for me to pull off, meaning it's not going to come off when you're baking. That would be gross, right? It is also a spreader, okay? Make cupcakes, I don't know, whatever you spread. I tend to buy things like that, not make them. So whatever you spread, okay? There's no wood in this handle whatsoever, okay? Wood molds from the inside out. So someday you're going to see what you've been feeding your family for the last 2 years, and it's going to be really gross. I had a host a couple years ago. I talk about my other hosts at my parties a lot. Hosts are a big deal, right? Hosts are a big deal. Without hosts, we would not have a business, okay? So she went to her kitchen, just in the middle. I was talking about the spatula, went to her kitchen. She broke it over her knee, and she's like, oh, yeah, you're right. That's gross. And we threw it away. Okay.
Like, well, I saw a spatula.
I know, right? I might have given her one for free for doing that. So I love my spatulas. So we're going to do onion. We're going to make a pineapple salsa. We're going to make a pineapple salsa. So I always show people that this is a half an onion. It's for real a half an onion, because I didn't show people that, again, years ago. And I had a guest. No joke. She's like, that was already chopped before you put it in there. You were just really careful putting it in there. I'm like, no, it's like a half an onion. You want to smell? Right here. Right? I know, right? No. Half an onion. I know, right? I know, right? Even the consultants are like, okay. And I will show people. That was like 3 seconds. And I'm not crying. Ta-da! This is beautiful. It's even, and I'm not crying, and my hands don't smell like onion. Okay? Now for salsa, Cheryl, you're the authority today. Do you want it smaller than that for salsa? All right, we're going to go a little bit more. Perfect. Okay? 3 more seconds. I love this. I love it. We use this all the time. I know. Okay, I guess I should show you guys too.
Oh, on Zoom.
On Zoom. Like I forgot that one there because there's so many cameras here. All right, so we've got our onion. That's an onion. Okay. And then we're going to go to the all-in-one name. Find the all-in-one name. I was gonna say Dawn's out now. You got this, girl.
I know. She's holding the phone.
36.
She's for real? Oh man.
I gotta let you know that I bought this just because it's cute. And I haven't actually used it for anything, but I like keep it stacked in my cabinet.
I know, it stacks so pretty, right? It's a pretty stack. I always forget to put this one upside down so it stacks. It's gorgeous. Okay. These are the wrong colors. These are not the catalog
It's my
colors.
favorite, like, there's not enough room in our cabinets for all this stuff where I'm like, yes, there is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So it comes with lots of pieces. To me, this is the most under-marketed piece of Tupperware because it does so many things and it's only $15. It's cheap, okay? So it comes with a little cup, measurements on both sides, okay? They are part of the container, so in 20 years, you're still gonna know what a quarter of a cup is, okay? All right, it comes with the juicer. That's the one we're gonna use tonight. It comes with seriously, the best egg separator you'll ever use. No joke, the best egg separator. We make Belgian waffles, and Daniel doesn't like the ones with yeast, so we have to make the ones with the fluffy egg whites. This goes perfectly on an ideal little bowl. So I can do those 2 egg whites because I don't need a whole big anything. And I can never find this piece. I don't know where it is, but it goes on an ideal little bowl because we have like 28 of those, right? Okay. No, I mean, really, right? You need like 28 of them. So best, seriously, the best egg separator ever. And then a grater. Have you ever grated a bar of chocolate? Mm-hmm. You should. I'm just going to leave that there. It comes with a seal as well. You can pour it, you can strain it, or turn it sideways and it will block it. Okay, they thought of everything here. We are going to use this one. Okay. Oh, I do want to point out that the lid to the Mix and Store pitcher that we used earlier, it's the same lid as this. So if you need to do a gallon of lemonade, it goes right there and you can go right into your pitcher. This also works, like I said, on your ideal little bowl. It works on your quick shake or your quick shake, and it works on your all-in-one make. Okay? They're all designed to go together. Okay? If someone buys the Mix and Store pitcher at my parties, they usually buy this too because they go together. Okay? Same thing. If they buy this, they will usually buy this because they go together. Or they'll buy this and this right now, and then they'll host a party to get this for half price. Because why would you pay full price when you can get it for free at half price? Right? Okay. All right, so we're going to use the juicer, and we're going to do a whole line. So a little tip with your lime rind, is that called a rind? I don't know, whatever the skin is. Peel, there we go, the peel.
Do I get a ticket?
Yes, ticket. So with this one, after it's already done, and I will go around and I'll show everybody, like there's nothing left. It got it all. Okay? Yeah. Feel like Rachel Ray or something. Don't want to be.
You're better.
There, right? Yeah. Okay, you can have a prize too. Okay. So I'll show them this. There's no juice in this, but you can put this in your disposal and run it for like 2 seconds. Take it back out. Don't leave it in there. Don't ask me how I know. But take it back out. Okay. But your whole kitchen, it will smell amazing because you're using fresh lime. Did you ever wonder why your cleaning products smell like citrus?
Because it's fantastic.
It smells good and it's a natural cleaning agent. That's why you don't use a metal lemon lime press, because then you're cleaning it and it changes the acidity of the citrus as it goes in your food. That's just super.
And if you haven't cleaned your garbage disposal in a while, you can see it on the line.
Yes, it's disgusting. So gross. Do it on a lemon because then you can really see it.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I did. And then I put the other half in there and I pulled it out. Oh, it's clean now.
Yeah. Then you know. Yeah, it's official. It's good now. All right, so we have, again, completely everything. That's a big deal in my life, okay? And then I show everybody just how much juice there is. That's one line, okay? If you juice limes a lot, you know that's a lot of juice out of one line, okay? Limes are those things that you have to juice like 20 bazillion of them to get like a teaspoon or something. Like, it's ridiculous. No exaggeration whatsoever. Okay. All right, so we've got our lime. Next, we're going for the chop and prep. Okay. I know they already found it. 29. 29. It's on page 29. So the chop and prep has a lot of the same features as the Quick Chef. It has the non-stick bottom. This one doesn't come off. It's fused to the bottom. This one does a bit of a turn, so it's safer for little hands. I'm not going to say it's safe because they're blades, but safer for little hands. Okay. Still 3 blades at 3 levels. Still the grooves on the side so things don't get stuck on it. Still place to stick a butter knife at the back end of a spoon so that the blue and white pop apart for the dishwasher. The white touches the food, goes in the dishwasher. The blue doesn't touch the food, doesn't need to go in the dishwasher. It has a string in it. Okay. So what would you use this one for?
Nuts and spices.
Herbs, nuts, spices.
I made my omelet in
chocolate. You did what?
2 eggs and whatever I'm going to put in my
omelet. Yeah.
What? You
Our whole omelet. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
You can do 3 hard-boiled eggs, make a salad. You can do half an avocado guacamole. You can do a half a tomato salsa. Can you imagine having fresh salsa every time you make it? Like fresh. And then you're like gonna eat it right then. Like, yeah, that's a big deal. Nuts. There's one gal, one host, I love her. She has this sitting by her oven and it has nuts in it. She has a bowl of ice cream every single night, and this is her nut chopper. She refuses to use it for anything else because she puts nuts on her ice cream every night. I just want to know how you have a bowl of ice cream every night. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna put some cilantro. And we're gonna put some garlic to get the garlic out. So I'm doing the garlic and the cilantro. Just throw, I like garlic. We're gonna throw a lot of garlic in there. We can all breathe on each other. Ready? And usually the guests are close enough at this point that they'll be smelling it. Like literally their noses are all in it. I'm not touching, I pull it away. It's gorgeous. Like how long would that have taken by hand? Forever. Yes, forever. Like that wouldn't have happened in my house if I had to do it by hand. Okay. And I'm gonna use, oh, that was the chicken, this is the not chicken. Use my silicone spatula. This is a super spatula. You can take the heads off the spatulas. There are 3 different sizes and you can exchange them. Huh?
Sorry, I was talking to somebody on my.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what is that? That's it. Just tell her you'll fill out an order form for her. Book her a party for Christmas so she can get it for free. Free. Free's a good price. That's my favorite price. All right, we have our garlic and our cilantro in there. Now we're gonna add pineapple. And I usually get a lot of funny looks here too because I'm not putting tomatoes in the salsa, I'm putting pineapple in the salsa. A few years ago when, do you remember when the Whole Foods thing first became big? I don't remember what it was called. What was it called? I don't remember what it was called. Whole Paychecks? Yeah, Whole Paychecks. That's really what you need to go. I think I'm gonna call it that from now on. It really was. But do you remember when that was really big and people weren't doing the carbs anymore, or at least the refined carbs? They, you know, everything was about the fruits and the veggies and the whole foods, right? You at least know what I'm talking about, right? So I got this recipe from a gal. She's like, Thanksgiving is coming up. It was October, and Thanksgiving's coming up, and so she had come up with a good way to make chutney instead of stuffing. So she could still have her turkey on Thanksgiving, but then she had a chutney with it. And she did this recipe. I modified it a little bit, but it was mostly this recipe. I fell in love. It's so good. And then, seriously, you'll make this recipe and people will be like, oh, yeah, kind of the same look that they give you when you do the MicroPro Grill. And then they'll eat it and you're like, oh, this is the best party ever. It's so good. Okay, so we're just going to dump the pineapple in. And I'm lazy, so I bought the pre-cut stuff. But don't ever use canned. Don't use canned pineapple. It's gross. And we just learned that citrus sweet acts with metal. Okay. All right. I have that.
Yeah.
I know, right? Just thought about that a minute, didn't you?
Yeah, just thought about the canned pineapple.
Yeah, donate that. That's a good thing for the food bank. You're a giver. You're a giver. Okay.
Donate.
Yep. All right. So, are you ready? So I always fill it up nice and full because I know I can do it. And you're the power, right? I'm the power. Sorry, I'm done.
Too late.
Too late. How long would that have taken my hand? It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm going to use craisins for color. And this is where the eyebrows get raised even more. You're going to put craisins in your salsa. Craisins? Yes, I am. They're delicious. I lost my craisins. Where'd my craisins go? No, really, where's my craisins? I bought them. They're here somewhere.
Did they get put in the refrigerator?
Oh, maybe.
Is this your bag of stuff?
No. But maybe they took my craisins.
I did not.
Are you serious? I can't find my craisins. I have to go on a manhunt for my craisins.
Just saw them.
I know, like they're here. I bought them and I took them out of the bag and they're here. Are you snacking on them? Yeah, who has a snack? How big of a thing are they? It's a little pouch like that.
It was in the bag that had the lime and the lemon. When I took it out, there's lime.
Nope. All right, you guys remember to find the craisins and I'll kill time. Okay. All right, so with the Quick Chef, I love the Quick Chef because you can go backwards. So the other choppers, they only go one way. The Quick Chef goes backwards. So I'm famous, like no kidding, famous for putting, the pineapple salsa is good, but it's not amazing without the craisins. I'm famous for making a fresh salsa or a pico and I'll forget the salt. And the people at the parties, they always think, oh yeah, you totally did that on purpose. Even at home, I legit forget the salt. I never remember the salt. So this is already chopped enough. I don't want this to become sauce, right? This is salsa, not sauce, okay? Ironically, it means the same thing in Spanish, but that's okay. It's salsa, okay? So I don't want my pineapple to be pureed. It's chopped enough. So I'm gonna put my craisins in and then I'm gonna go backwards because I don't want my craisins to be chopped. I want everything to be whole, like the craisins, I want them to be whole. And I will tell you, don't get an off-brand. Spend the extra money and get real crazies. They're worth it. All right. Going backwards, and you can see the craisins as they go to the bottom and they move their way up to the top. That's what Funnel was talking about since the blades are bent. And now it is perfectly blended. My other favorite part about the Quick Chef, I have a lot of favorite parts, can you tell, is that you can take the blades right out and you're going to serve in it. So people will often ask me, well, why would I use this one and not the Power Chef for my salsa? And like, first of all, I want to control my chunks. I want to know how big they are, how small they are. If I want to make the onion really small, then have everything else bigger, I can do that because I have the control. Whereas the Power Chef, oh, the blade, I put it right here. I put it right there. Better than floating all over your counter and then cutting yourself. Don't just put it in your sink. Don't do it. Put it on your counter. Leave it on there. So good call.
Go backwards, it doesn't.
It doesn't
They're only
chop
sharp
as the
on
blades
one
are
side.
sharp on one side. It just starts. Yep. 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 Okay, so then it is a serving dish. Okay. All of our choppers, they come with seals. So you can make your salsa ahead of time, put a seal on it and put it in the fridge. And I'll usually say at this point, so whoever my host is, Dawn, if this was yours, I just pop the seal and put it in your fridge, but it's mine. You can't have it. Right, so I guess I didn't show you guys. You can see that it adds the color. The flavor is amazing. I mean, you'll put it with chicken and you'll be like, and then you'll try it and you're like, oh, it's so good. Like, no joke, it's delicious. All right. So I'll post the recipe on Rock On.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So it's your job to remind me to post it on Rock On.
I'll send you a
Perfect. All right, we got the chicken. Here we go. We checked the chicken is done. So still steaming. Okay. The metal kept it hot, still steaming. We're gonna shred it in the Power Chef. You find it? I'm like, you're on it. You don't have to flip the page. It's right there. I'll give you a ticket anyway. It's your virtual ticket. So non-skin bottom does peel off for the dishwasher. This one does the turn as well. This one has curved blades. So if you want to obliterate something, this is your tool. If you want to complete, no joke, no joke. If you want to obliterate, if you want to emulsify, if you want to completely hide your vegetables in your sauce so your kids don't see them, not that I've ever done that before in my life. This is your tool.
You can make a blended margarita in it.
Yes, yes you can. Not that I've ever done that at many, many parties either. Yes, the whole cake mix fits. If it's in the, wherever the other one
You have
is.
to kind of go slow,
But yeah, but you can do it. You can do it. There are measurements, just like on the other one, and they're, no, I'm thinking about this. Just like on this one, there's measurements. It has a fill line. So if you're making a smoothie, you know, smoothies, they slosh around a lot, okay? You know how many of the frozen chunks you can put in, and then as much liquid as you want, because they're sloshing them, right? So this one, I love because it has a splatter guard. So if you're doing, say you're doing a cake mix, and you need to add an ingredient, you know, cake mix makes a mess. That's why they make splatter guards, right? That's why on the all-in-one, or the mix and store pitcher, it has the splatter guard. You can put your hand mixer right in there because it has a splatter guard, okay? So with this, it has a splatter guard. If you need to add an ingredient, just take the middle out. You have less mess because you know how you normally would take it off and then there's like batter all over your counter. Just take the off. Hardly any at all. Yeah, right? You know. You know what I'm talking about. All right, we are going to put the chicken in here. Chicken. All right, so we're gonna start with that much, just so you can see. Oh, I did forget to tell you, this one is the same one as the chopping pad, okay? If you're gonna get this one, spend the $9.50 more and get more, get this too, okay? It's totally worth it because you get 2 choppers for only $9.50 more. This by itself is $39. Absolutely worth $39 for $39.50. But why would you get it for $39.50 when you can get it for $9.50? Because you're gonna get this one as well. The only thing is it only comes with 1 string. So don't think you're going to give it away for Christmas, only half of it, because they won't be able to use it. Along with that, I've taken my hand. I know, right? And then you'd have your 2 forks, and then your wrists would be, you know, killing you. How fast would enchiladas be? Yeah, right. No time. I know, right? Right? No, I did. I had a host a few years ago. I mean, I have lots of hosts, but she got this for her free item at a party. And she called me. There are some things that are too exciting for a message. She called me and she's like, I made enchiladas tonight. I'm like, you go, girl. Okay, stop. All right, find me. Okay, and then we're going to do the other one. Okay. So after I'm done with the demo, then I will tell people that they need to get up and get a taco. Okay, they need to get up and get a taco. Now, women are too polite. You have to tell them like 48 times. No, really, you have to get up and get a taco. No, really, somebody has to go first. You have to get up and you have to go get a taco because you know they all wait for the next person to go
First person to go gets a ticket.
Yeah, there you go. First person to go get the ticket. Yeah, nicer than me. I'm like, go get a taco. Okay, it's done. So fast. You guys are so cute. Okay, it's done. So then they will go get their taco, and then while they're eating, you have to kind of corral them because then they'll start talking and such like that. But then I will actually tell them we're going to play a game. So hurry back, get your taco, we're going to play a game, and that's when I play Ask Me a Question About My Business game. Okay, we're not going to actually play that game, but that way, huh? I know, right? It just worked out perfect. So then it's literally just taco. I got the little street tacos, okay? Because, you know, they always just say, oh, I just ate dinner. It's okay, it's a street taco, it doesn't count, okay? Street taco, chicken, salsa, cheese, that's it. Like you don't need anything else. You'll have the host that, you know, you always have that host that goes way overboard. The huge spread and they want to have all of the condiments for the tacos. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, that's great too. But then you've got the host that they see that potential host. And they're like, that's just too much work. Like, I can't do that. Oh no, honey, you put on some coffee and I'm going to do everything else. Okay. You don't need a big, huge spread. You don't need the sour cream and you don't need the guacamole and you don't need the 14 different kinds of salsa. You literally need shells, chicken, salsa, and cheese. That's it. All you need. And you've got everything right there. Nothing else needed. And then you've got a segue into your Ask Me a Question About My Business game. And you have people who want to book parties because you told them to get this for free and half price. Okay. This is probably 75% of my hosts. They host. I do. I really do.
I guess it replays it right away.
It does. It's fantastic.
I'm sorry.
I always sound so different to myself. When I do it.
I didn't know it was you either.
So probably 75% of my hosts, they choose this for their free half price. I hold parties and I make sure that they hold because I demo this. Why would you pay $200 for it? Don't do it. Get it for half price.
Oh, sure.
I do like to show people. All right, so questions. Yes.
Do you basically, when you do your party, do all of it while you're demoing? Because I can't imagine doing a party and then demoing.
No, this is my party. So I'll welcome everybody. I'll give everybody a ticket. Tell me what your favorite Tupperware. Maybe it's Tupperware because that gives nostalgia. They're thinking about Tupperware, past, present. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah. My favorite is the person who says, "Oh, I don't think I have any Tupperware." And by the end, they're like, "Yeah, I have half the catalog. I just didn't realize it's Tupperware." And then the other people, they'll be like, "Oh, I don't know what my favorite piece of Tupperware is." Like, you either have everything or you have nothing. Like, there's no, because if they own any Tupperware, like they know, right? Yeah. So yeah, we do that, and then we jump right into demo. I'll do the tickets just like I did for them, and then I'll do random drawings throughout. Yeah, and then we'll do the Ask Me a Question About the Business game while they're eating, and then I'll either sell sets or we'll talk about the flyer. I talk for now 10 to 15 minutes after that. My party is generally 45 minutes to an hour of me talking, and then however long we talk and drink after that. Yes, yes. Okay. Any other questions? No.
Can I have a taco?
Yes, I'm all done. Break. Go.
Are there plates? Oh,
I don't know. You're just asking too much now. I don't. Because with the pineapple salsa, you don't need it.
There's something like you put seasoning on it.
I just want to try this.
I did.
See the snow.
When you season it before you put it in there, like before you start cooking.
Where's the stop recording button?
Oh, like actual seasoning.
This is what she's using for Zoom.
Yeah, she wants me to stop recording. It's on here. I don't.
That was
Oh,
chicken. This one was. This was scoopy one.
no, I'm not gonna do that.